there's been an acceleration, I don't want to say acceleration, an increase of warfare. If you have any spiritual discernment or senses, you will sense that there's been an increase. There's a process to falling. Amen. And I want you to understand that nobody falls overnight, but this is a season where people are falling away. They're falling away because they have underestimated the relentlessness of their enemy. That's why you don't have time to be distracted in this season. Stay focused. That's why if you're not believing God for anything, you have nothing to focus on. Focus is finding a spot on the wall and not moving your eye from it. That's focus. But if you're not believing for anything, you have nothing to focus on. Without focusing on a goal, on something that you believe in God for, then you won't discipline yourself to walk in faith. Focus brings discipline. Discipline brings faith. That's why you have to keep your belief out there so you have something to focus on. Amen. Part of the reason that people quit is because one of the number one reasons is they have no focus. When you want to complete something, you focus on it and you don't change gears or change direction, because you understand that every time you change direction, it takes you longer to get to the goal. So there's the warfare right now. I'm sensing it. It's I don't know what else to call it, but a quitting spirit, a giving up. This is a season where you have to lay aside all the sins and the weights, things that are unprofitable, people that are unprofitable. You have to understand how much chatting and social media, which is just a distraction, how distracted will you be? Because you have to have a laser focus in order to overcome the warfare of this season. Satan's job in this season is to put out fire. You can see it. Even some of your brothers and sisters, you look at them, you'll see it. Their fire is gone. And it's because they lost their focus. They didn't know that Satan will either pull you under or push you over. If he can't stop you by taking away, he'll bless you. He'll push you over. Either way, whether you go under or over, he got you off the course. I tell people all the time, everything is not a blessing. When Satan tries us first with poverty will usually easily beset us, make us lose our focus. Once we overcome and become faithful, and he knows he can no longer use poverty, he'll open the door that seems like a blessing. And he'll bless you out of the will of God. Y'all didn't hear what I said. That job will seem like a blessing, but that job will take you away from the will of God. This is a season where you have to have keen discernment, where you understand what is God and what is not. Because there's a falling away. There are people that God is trying to separate. You know people God's trying to separate them from. But because they don't understand that, they're allowing that to be a distraction that is actually taking them away. This is a season where you have to lay aside all the sins and the weights, things that are unprofitable. Satan's job in this season is to put out fire. You have to have a laser focus in order to overcome the warfare of this season.